All right, we have reached our top 25 of my favorite albums of 2023. All right, let's continue this. Part 2, number 25. We got McKinley Dixon with Beloved Paradise Jazz. It's a very jazzy hip hop cut, and it's a very nice listen. Number 24, Danny Brown with Quaranta, Danny's most personal and introspective album ever to date. And it kind of caught some fans by surprise, but nonetheless, good job, Danny. Number 23, we got Real Bad Man in Blue with Bad News, but there's actually good news to this. Bad News is a very solid West Coast rap project. Number 22, we got Key Glock with Glaucoma 2. Pleasantly surprised to hear how good this thing was. A really good Southern hip-hop album. Number 21, we got Mick Jenkins with The Patience. One of the most underrated rappers and lyricists here in hip-hop today. I'm glad I found this thing. Number 20, our top 20, we got Kali Uchis with Red Moon in Venus. She is a wonderful singer, and this was a beautiful listen. Number 19, we got Lana Del Rey with Did You Know There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard. I haven't been a fan of Lana's work necessarily up until this point, but this album was a very nice and kind of trippy listen. I love that Tribe Called Quest lyric that she has in Candy Necklaces. Number 18, we got Luke Combs with Getting Old. I love Luke's voice. I love the way he writes songs. I love his charisma, and I love his personality. I love this album. Number 17, we got Slow Tie with Ugly. The British rapper crosses over to pop punk, and it is a nice transition, and it's a very chaotic but fun listen. Number 16, we got Post Malone with Austin. Post, he finally does his singer-songwriter record, and to me, he executes it flawlessly. Number 15, we got Tinashe with BB Angel, one of the best R&B albums. A very short listen, but straight to the point, and an awesome listen from Tinashe. Number 14, we got Andre 3000's New Blue Sun. We waited 20 years for Andre's solo album. We finally got it. It was no rapping. It was him playing that flute, but it was beautifully done. Instrumentation was perfect. Very good album from Andre. Number 13, we got Nas and Hit Boy with Magic 3. Closing out their string of 6 albums. They closed out the King's Disease trilogy last year, and this year they do Magic. They've released Magic 2 earlier in the year, and then Magic 3. Magic 3 being the best of the cuts. Number 12, we got Mitski with The Land is Inhospitable, and so are we. A fantastic indie cut from one of indie's best singers right now. We got number 11 with Olivia Rodrigo and Guts. She's back with another sad girl pop punk album, and it is just a nice album full of bops, honestly. We have reached our top 10. These are my 10 favorite albums of the year. Number 10, we got Group Therapy with I Was Mature for My Age, but I Was Still a Child. Man, this thing was all over the place with sounds. You can't really define what it was, but this was awesome. Every song on this was fucking fantastic. Highly recommend this project. Number 9, we got Travis Scott's Utopia. Travis comes back with a bang. The first 4 tracks of this are absolutely incredible. The features are good. Him and Westside Gunn didn't think that would work, but it worked. This was his best album, in my opinion, since Rodeo. Number 8, we got Pink Pantheress with Heaven Knows. Hands down one of the best pop albums of the year. She's got a lot of staying power. Number 7, we got Earl Sweatshirt and the Alchemist with Voyeur Dyer. Well, Alchemist continues to show why he's one of the best producers of all time in hip-hop, and Earl continues to show why he's one of the most underrated artists in hip-hop of all time. This is a fantastic cut. The non-streaming and the streaming, there are 2 versions of it. Go check both out. Number 6, we got Zach Bryan's self-titled album. This is the best country album I heard all year. From the songwriting, the singing, the production, awesome. Love this thing. Number 5, top 5, we got Billy Woods and Kenny Segal with Maps. Oh man, this thing was awesome. A nice abstract hip-hop, alternative hip-hop album. Highly recommend this one. This was fantastic. Number 4, we got Paramore's comeback album. This Is Why. Paramore, Haley, and the boys came back with a solid pop-punk album, and I love this thing. Number 3, with the most surprising album of the year, but nonetheless a fantastic piece of art. That is Lil Yachty's Let's Start Here, and he ditches the rap and goes to psychedelic rock and psychedelic music, kind of reminiscent of a little Pink Floyd, and just it was fantastic. Yachty transitioned to this beautifully. Definitely recommend listening to this. Number 2, we got JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown with Scaring the Hoes. And these two, the chemistry is there right away as soon as you listen to it. The first single you listen to, Lean Beef Patty, you heard it right there. Peggy's production on this is amazing. Danny is zany as ever, and JPEG this whole thing is just absolutely fantastic. We have reached our number 1 album of the year in my wholehearted opinion, and that is Sampha's Lahai. And let me tell you, this was beautiful. Sampha has a beautiful voice. I felt like listening to this album, I was descending up into heaven. This is an album I would love to listen to when I'm heading to heaven. Sampha, 6 years after his debut album, came back, and he could take 6 more years if every album's going to sound like this. This thing was perfect. Like that meme that you see, perfect. Like perfect to that. Perfect. Like absolute perfection, this album. Oh, I love this thing. I can go on and on. I could make this video for like hours and just talk about all these songs and music, but that is my top 50 albums of 2023. Let me know what y'all think. Hopefully 2024 brings in some wonderful new music as well.